Hello and welcome to episode 1 of Quiarcus Plays Dawn of War 2 Retribution. So, this is the last installment in the Dawn of War 2 series, and it differs a little bit to the base game and the expansion Chaos Rising in a number of ways. There's a larger focus on multiplayer here, and if you're interested in multiplayer for this game, I would heartily recommend that you check out the Elite mod. I'll put a link in the video description because it's absolutely amazing. It expands the scope of the game immeasurably, adds lots of balance to it, lots of tweaks, and also adds a new faction, which is pretty cool. But our focus today is on the campaign, so let's jump straight in here. We'll start a new campaign. No, we do not want to go through the prologue, because the prologue mission actually is a tutorial that kind of sets up spoilers for things, and also you have to repeat it pretty much. So, the first big change in the game is that we have 6 races to choose from. 3 from Disorder, 3 from Order. The Orcs, the Tyranids, and Elephas from the Forces of Chaos, and then the Eldar, the Space Marines, and the Forces of the Imperial Guard. Now, each race differs quite noticeably in how they play, but we are going to be playing the Space Marines so as to get some sort of closure on that campaign. He's rather verbose gentleman, this fella. You'll notice that we are not playing as our usual Force Commander. We are taking on the role of a character who may be familiar to some of you if you've watched my Chaos Rising series. This is Captain Diomedes. And we're going to call this Quiarcus, and we're going to play it on very hard, because why not?
10 years ago, we Blood Ravens destroyed the demon Alcair, ending his schemes to rock subsector Aurelia into a festering hellscape. We thought our victory would mark the end of the war for the sector. We were wrong. New demonic incursions relentlessly plagued her planets, Aurelia, Typhon, Calderis, and Meridian. In response, the Imperial Guard, the hammer of the Emperor, was deployed en masse to the sector to secure her, to defend her. Yet the incursions only grew in number, and soon were worsened by insurrection and madness among the Guard's ranks. Now the sector sits helpless, racked by constant, endless, unremitting war. We are Space Marines. We are the Blood Ravens. We would act, yet we too are locked in warfare with one another. Azariah Kyrus, our chapter master and chief librarian, has declared the heroes of Aurelia to be renegades. Now we are hunted by our own brothers, brothers unaware of the chapter master's secret allegiance to Alcair. A corrupt Space Marine chapter master, a militia crippled by disorder and turmoil, demons, renegades, a sector that knows only war. The Imperium has had enough. One solution remains for the sector. A solution with which I am all too familiar. The Ordo Malleus approaches the Holy Imperial Inquisition. Their colossal ships bear the munitions to perform Exterminatus, cleansing every planet of the sector of life, Xenos and human, corrupt and innocent. Declared renegade, I cannot act against Kyrus without shedding the blood of my brothers. Yet, hope endures. A handful of heroes still remain in service to the chapter, uncorrupted by Kyrus's heresy. Led by Captain Diomedes, these heroes hunt the remnants of the vile Black Legion across the sector. However, Diomedes' hubris blinds him to Kyrus' true nature. If the sector and chapter is to survive, he must first overcome his own pride.
There you go. So, our force commander from the previous games is probably in exile or in hiding, hunted down by Quiarcus and the Honor Guard, and so we get to play as Diomedes, whom we talked with briefly during Chaos Rising and who seem to be coming around a little bit to our way of thinking. Now, big change to begin with. You'll notice we've got resources to manage in this one.
For 10 years, Eliphas and his coven of cowards have run, and for 10 years we have given chase. Now our quarry has gone to ground. We shall see that Typhon becomes not their sanctuary, but their tomb.
Captain, our advanced forces are reporting contact with Chaos Space Marines. They have engaged the enemy.
Then let us advance, brothers. With blood and fire, we shall cleanse this black stain from our chapter's honor. Eliphas is close now. These traitors will meet the Emperor's sword before long.
I have infiltrated the enemy Vox channel, Captain. The rebel claimed to have felled a brother Bloodraven.
Then let us dispatch these heretics and make haste. It may not be too late to aid our fallen brother.
Yes, Commander. Heading out.
Now, if you've watched the whole entirety of my Chaos Rising campaign, you might be a little bit surprised to see some of the characters that turn up in the game. But this is canon, as it were. So anybody that's here is how the game should have ended. A bit silly, I know, but there we go, never mind.
Next target.
Chaos Cultists, easy to take down.
Understood.
By the Emperor's grace, our brother still lives. Revive him. His experience will be needed if we are to crush these Chaos scum.
So you notice I'm picking up requisition, power, and I've actually got a population cap. And you'll see why that is in a little bit. Do that.
There are battles in your future yet, I say.
There you go. Revive this guy.
Your reckless desire to atone will get you killed, Sergeant. What have you to say for yourself?
You know very well he will say nothing. He keeps his silence in penance for deeds committed. Regardless, his armor may have been compromised. Initiating proper rites can prevent this from happening again.
Yeah, so you can actually upgrade the health of your units in combat, which is kind of a little bit strange.
And ambush? I suppose the dregs of chaos do possess some measure of cunning. At them, Space Marines! Show them the folly of their actions!
So you've got the Ancient with us now, who's our third character. Now, one of my big complaints about this game was that you had to play through this tutorial section no matter which race you were playing and no matter how many times you had played the game before.
Building to the enemy.
You had a missile launcher, look at that. You're going to shoot there, please? Then you. There you go. Before that missile launcher takes us out.
Traitor blood has only begun to run. Forward, brothers! Eliphas awaits us.
This mission isn't the best mission in the world to begin with, but having to play it 6 times with the same tutorial steps gets very tedious.
Our armor is formidable, but not infallible.
We're going to lob a grenade up there, and we're also going to use our plasma shot ability. Oh, timing was off there. Never mind. Well, 4th Commander Diomedes is doing okay on his own there. Took a little bit of health, but no problems. The graphics received a tiny bit of a polish. They look a little bit sharper than the previous games. But you're now going to see one of the biggest changes to this game, and the one which I like the least.
Captain, this is a relay beacon. If we capture this structure, we can use our teleport arrays to rapidly deploy reinforcements.
You'll see why in a few seconds. Let's pick up some more requisition first.
I will leave it a ruin.
Okay.
I shall arrive soon.
You can start capturing that, or you just go look at it. There we go.
It is captured.
Now, if I go here, I now have access to squads. Like so. Sounds like a nice idea, you may think.
Basic infantry choice. They are competent marksmen, though their light armor makes them vulnerable. They are best used in missions of stealth and can be further equipped in the field for either close or long-range support.
And it's one of the biggest problems with this game. I know what they were trying to do by adding it, and it's a reasonably nice addition to the game. But as we might see later on in the game, as we get through, as we progress, it takes away all of the challenge. Absolutely all of it. There we go. Because the trouble is, every time that one of your squads gets killed, say these scouts were to get wiped out, I would get back exactly the same amount of resources as I spent buying them.
Rebel has deployed heavy weapons.
Which means that
Demands, flank their position and avoid their lanes of fire.
you're essentially invulnerable. As long as your 4 heroes remain alive, as long as your 3-4 heroes, whatever, remain alive, there is actually no way to lose a mission in this game. It's ridiculous. There are a couple that are time sensitive that you might lose just because you ran out of time, but you cannot actually be killed, ostensibly. As long as you have units on the field, you're fine. And as you can keep bringing units back onto the field because you never run out of resources once you have them, it kind of takes away the challenge of the game. Which is a shame, because the first 2 in this series were amazing.
Skins are obsessed with salvage. Perhaps there are resources here that can be of use.
When they have not already desecrated with their looting.
So familiar foes, the orcs. Let's investigate this crash site here. You can bypass this if you want and go up here along with your main mission. But what's the fun in that, hey? Dead, 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 dead. Kill them all. Wipe them all out. Let's use our plasma blast on these guys because our commander's getting a little bit low there. There we go. That was easy.
This day we join our brothers.
Lots of resources for acquisition there. Notice I equipped my scouts with a sniper rifle.
Understood.
It's kind of nice little bit of war gear there. There goes that. For some reason that blows up the generators. Our first piece of war gear as well. So, let's get our scouts moving forward.
Departing now. On guard.
Now these guys are no replacement for Cyrus, with whom I found a new appreciation in playing through the campaign the last time. Far more awesome than I originally envisaged. And we've got some bad guys there.
Hostiles.
Him there. Him there. And him there. And the sniper rifle's pretty cool for taking out single targets.
One of our initiates has fallen.
We lost one of our scouts, but that's okay. Includes you scouts. Come on. There we go. We've got our bunker here, hidden up in the tree line. How many of our scouts did we lose? Oh, we lost 2 of them in the end. Never mind. We're gonna clear this out with a... Oh, didn't need to. About to say we'll clear this out with a grenade, but it seems that it was done for us already. Drop a tarantula turret there. Now, of course, having to play through this mission so many times does mean that you become quite adept at clearing it. And you know every single tick of the mission. Which again is a shame, because the game's still quite fun. Just got to let its energy rebuild. But having to go through this mission again and again and again, and having to go through all the training bits of it, really is tedious. There we go. And they're taken out.
Understood. You wish it destroyed?
Plus, Diomedes is rather a verbose chap. He never really shuts up. But you're either going to love or you're going to hate. There's something to be said for the silent protagonist.
You wish it destroyed?
Pick up all this, because, you know, we need to. And you end up hunting for requisition on levels as well, which alters the flow of the game. Which again is a bit of a shame, because I think that they had it pretty much spot on in the other games.
Take and hold. Yes, brother.
You know, the constant charge forward, etc., etc. I think that was far more preferable to this very staggered, slow.
A Devastator squad would be ideal here. Their heavy bolters can lay down suppressing fire that slows and debilitates the enemy.
So the tarantula there.
The Legion would never allow us to keep such a foothold. Expect a counterattack.
I hear you.
There we go.
Now.
Still, some of the new characters in this game are quite fun. The ability to play as the Tech Marine is an interesting addition. And some of these characters actually carry through into the multiplayer, so it's worth getting to know them a little bit. Go. Just take them apart. There we go. And then switch over to the other side. Because, yes, it's the old swap over they do here. And wait for a... There we go. Yeah, nicely grenade. We've got a Plague Marine here, if you remember these guys from the previous one. Knock him on his back. And, oh, we got a shot off, sadly. Nothing too serious. 1, 2, 3. There we go. It's an old back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Go for these chaps. He's gaining health from the beacon, so he's pretty much indestructible at the moment. Even though he is taking quite a significant amount of fire. Still, I don't think we actually ever... Oh god. Just got completely vaporized there. The models in this game still hold up really well, considering it was a strategy game, and the animation is pretty cool too. Oh, here goes the wall. Told ya. And again, we've got the very unimaginative use of corn, as all Warhammer games seem to use corn. So almost as if he's the only chaos god in the game, in the universe. Which is a shame, because the other 3 chaos gods are far more interesting. Oh, so our force commander's probably going to go down here. No? Okay, he seems to be indestructible. He does actually have an ability, I think, where he gains health or becomes much tougher.
The way is open. While they are licking their wounds, forward once more. There shall be no mercy, no respite.
Yeah, regains his wounds, becomes a lot tougher as he gets low on health.
I am on the way. Taking position by the barrel.
What word?
Okay, we are going to deploy another tarantula turret in this direction. These guys.
Captain Diomedes. Command, I am on the move.
Sounds like he's answering a telephone. You have Captain Diomedes. How can I help you?
Target sighted.
Our fortifications are under assault.
Set up firing.
Sure they are. Hide in our bunker there. That's too tempting a target not to plasma, isn't it? Okay, we're going to send in Diomedes over the other side. I told you he was a verbose fellow. Paul was chittering away there. Yes, my sentry guns. Take them apart at the seams. And I'll just remind you that this game is actually on... Look at his health. It's constantly floating around 90 hit points. Drop these guys out. Is it actually possible for him to die at this stage? And he does seem quite invulnerable at this precise moment in time. It's been a long time since I've played as the Space Marines in this game. They were my least favourite faction in the game to play as. Much preferred the Imperial Guard, they're kind of cool, and the Tyranids, I really love them. Even if they only have, unfortunately, only one hero. Which was... I can understand why they did it, but I think they could have come up with creative ways around it, because, hey, they did in the multiplayer. In the multiplayer you can play as a Ravener, a Lictor, which are kind of... we've met them before in the game. But in this one, nope, just get to play as the Hive Tyrant. Him and him alone. Right, so, let's go into our first boss battle.
Captain joins us, brothers. See how merrily he dances, blind to the dark gods who pull at his strings. Welcome, brother. Know your decade-long hunt is all for naught. I will slay you here, and your souls shall be devoured.
Save your words, Kerr. Our Emperor will see us victorious this day.
Alright, so first things first, we're going to build a tarantula facing this way. We're going to put our devs in that building there. We've got
Tarantula sentry guns is under enemy attack.
oh, there's big old fireball. Split up a little bit.
Slowing Inheritor. Gone is the cunning that troubled the Blood Ravens. This battle will be your last.
Picked up another bit of war gear there.
Be stopped. Again and again I shall rise.
I'm gonna
as I always
repair this here. Because our building is getting a little bit damaged here. And you can see that Diomedes pretty much seems to be indestructible at this stage.
know this, puppet. Even with my death here, the Dark Gods still hold you Blood Ravens in their grip. Soon, the gods shall have your chapter's loyalty. And you, good puppet, are still too blind to see this.
Lies! Lies.
Targeted one of our turrets.
Well done, well done. It was wise to send our chapter's greatest champion to scour the Legion from the subsector. You, Diomedes.
My lord. Chapter Master Quiarcus, I was not expecting communication with you so swiftly.
As both chapter master and chief librarian, my reach is long, Captain. I watched your victory unfold. See to it that Typhon is secured while you await further orders. And again, Apollo, congratulations.
I thank you, my lord. You honor me. Are you satisfied?
I am not. I am, however, disappointed. With just a few honeyed words of favor, you discard all that we revealed to you of Aurelia in an instant.
Enough! The Black Legion is routed. As for you, I will see that your fates are decided shortly.
Yay, Cyrus is back. With his perfectly coiffed hair.
Zeal and fury are rewarded with victory.
So, every level, not quite, but we did get a battle banner and some armor. Okay. Not too bad. Could be worse. So Eliphas has finally kicked the bucket. Doesn't mean that that's the end of the Chaos forces in the region, but Eliphas himself will not play a part any longer. So, another big departure from the other games is that you get 3 choices at the end of each mission for a reward. You can either go with a piece of war gear, which is kind of cool, an upgrade, or 2 upgrades, I should say, for your squads. Now you can see down the bottom here we've got a list of lots of different units that we can unlock as the game progresses. So far we've got the Devastators and the Scouts, and below them you can see various upgrades that you can get for them. Now, in this game it's generally best to just upgrade your infantry. The weapons that you get here are good, but they'll make far less of an impact than just upgrading your squad, sadly. Or that's what I found.
Captain, we have incoming Vox from the Inquisition, sir.
This is Inquisitor Adrastia of the Ordo Hereticus. Captain Diomedes, it seems you have been busy as of late.
You have no doubt heard the reports. Eliphas the Inheritor and his forces are defeated. The Black Legion has been routed from here. I trust this puts the question of the Blood Raven loyalty to rest.
This news changes very little. In fact, I am contacting you to inform you the situation has escalated. One of your own captains has made some disturbing accusations regarding your chapter master, Azariah Quiarcus.
Angelos! It is he and his followers who are traitor and renegade. By all rights, I should turn Gabriel's men over to Quiarcus.
So you have often said. Fortunately, he did not mirror this sentiment when he sent them to you to command. It is by Captain Angelos' recommendation you are being given the chance to clear the Blood Ravens of guilt. The Ordo Hereticus of the Inquisition will soon deal with these problems in a quite permanent fashion. Exterminatus. The complete and utter destruction of every inhabited world in this sector. No one will be spared. Traitor, Xenos, or loyal. All will die.
Exterminatus? But...
Captain, if Quiarcus is truly the source of the sector's troubles, you must expose it and stop him. If you can, then perhaps I will be able to call off the Exterminatus. And if you cannot, your chapter will be declared heretics and you will burn with the rest of the subsector. I suggest you act quickly, Captain Diomedes. Adrastia out.
Such an investigation will need to be performed without chapter command's notice. We will need to move quickly and subtly.
So, the Imperium of Man has decided that they've had enough of this sector, and who can blame them? It's been a lot of fighting here for a long time, and they're going to kill everything. Right, so, character upgrade screen, you'll notice the skill system is different this time. It's more streamlined, certainly. I don't know if that's a good thing or not. I think I really prefer the other system, but never mind, this works. Let's have a look what we've got. Battle Cry, Inspiring Will. So you've got lots of different abilities here. Tax Heal Diomedes is... yeah, why would you not take that one? It's just too important. So, I think we're going to make him a tank. Damage, chance to stun enemy units. Okay, so we're going to put one there. Okay, and should we give him Cleave, which is basically what weapon prowess says. No, armor. Do we have Cleave or Knockback? I think we'll go with Knockback. Now, when I bought the game, I bought the armor packs that came with it. Yeah, if you haven't bought this game already and you do decide to buy it, probably best to leave these out. Some of them are really amazing, and they do really break the game. They're nice to keep if you don't have anything else, though. So, as I don't have any better melee weapons, I'm going to click Sanctus Mortis, because it looks awesome. There you go, huge double-headed power axe there. Very Blood Angels-esque. Plus 10 health regeneration to user and all nearby allies, 20% suppression resistance, increased armor by 50. Now, some people will say that's overpowered, and it is a little bit, but it doesn't really matter because none of your people can die anyway, because you just have an infinite supply of troops with which to take the level. Let's put his armor of the martyr on, and chant of the righteous, and the helm of the champion, so we don't have to look at his ugly mug. There we go. Okay, we've got one more slot left, which we could put the recovery stimulant in. We'll have a look at that in a sec. Martellus. So he's got a range of sort of useful little abilities. He can repair things, he can increase his armor, his toughness. And you can also unlock teleport relay beacons, which is kind of cool. This allows you to teleport troops in wherever you want, essentially. Just set it up and off you go. You can give machines a boost, so if you get tanks and stuff, which you get later in the game, you can increase their power. But probably my favourite one is this one. where you get to, at the end of it, drop in a Venerable Dreadnought, which is pretty cool. We've only got 1 point here though, so we are going to... You know what? Yeah, we've got to go with the health first. And should we give him the Flamer? Yeah, let's give him a Flamer. Because it looks kind of cool. Can't equip that armor because it's not level 2. Let's switch over to the Ancient. Mysterious person atoning for his sins. He can be equipped much like Avitus from the previous games, so you can get heavy weapons for him. He can become a Devastator essentially. Or he can become a Vanguard. He can become like, what's his name, Thaddeus. Which is also kind of a cool ability. I've not actually tried him as a Vanguard. Have a look. What does he get? After jumping the Ancient's next jump costs no energy and recharges immediately. Good lord. That's quite scary. Well, we're going to get Conviction first, because that makes him more invulnerable when he activates an ability. And we'll give him the Stimulant Kit. Got the thing we'll take him Vanguard this time. I've not tried the Vanguard side of it. Depending on what war gear we get, of course. And good old Cyrus. Who could forget good old Cyrus? Let's have a look at his abilities again. Mark Target, Deadly Aim, Rapid Fire. Yeah, right. Teleport, that's kind of cool. Drop Smoke, Silent Recovery, Instant Revival. Well, just in case, we're going to probably take him down the Infiltrate and Health routes, so that if the worst does happen and we're somehow nearly killed, we can use him to regenerate our squads. Right, on to Typhon Primaris.
On Typhon, there are the remains of an ancient teleport network called the Teleportariums. If we can find and activate it, we can use it to promptly travel the subsector unnoticed. Enemy forces lie between us and the Teleportarium. We must engage them if we wish to proceed.
To all officers and regiments that may be receiving, we're through with Imperial command. If we have to fight, we're gonna do it for ourselves from now on. You want to call that defection? Fine. We were dead men anyway. At least the cults promised something in return. This region is ours now. We see anyone within a mile of here, we'll bury them in ordnance. Don't doubt we can either. The regiment's holy armor isn't that particular about the holiness of them that drives it.
So we're up against Traitor Guardsmen. Let's just have a quick look at our rewards. So we can go with Fool's Ally, the heavy bolter that Davian Fool was using when he was cut down. We can get a Tactical Marine Squad upgrade, which will give them the Flamer, or we can get Jump Jet Infantry. Which will probably go for the Tactical Marine Squad upgrade. Now again, this mission is very tutorial based and just one of those other missions that makes you wish there was a way to skip these sections. I mean, the idea was that the prologue which I skipped was supposed to be the tutorial, and yet they insist on redoing it in this, and it's very slow and breaks the flow of the game. It makes restarting the game quite difficult, because it takes ages to get into the actual game itself. Right. Off we go.
Discovered a vital point of terrain.
There we go. Let's go explore. Space Marines in close combat. As a guardsman, that's what you never want to hear. There we go. They're all dead. Keep going. Keep on running.
Intruders! Oh hell, we've been found. All right, you fiends. I don't care who you are. Feel the might of the Baneblade.
Yep, that is one big tank, so we're going to run away.
None of our weaponry is potent enough to penetrate the Baneblade's armor. We need to fall back now.
Our tech marine has been incapacitated.
Damnation! We can't get through here. Find another path!
Now, this is the only way that you can actually fail the game. Normally, you would walk up and revive this guy, but if you want, you can spend resource, requisition, to bring them back, and this is the only way you can actually lose requisition. If you're buying squads, when the squad's lost, you get all of your requisition back. I suppose you can buy these and lose requisition as well, but most people don't. So, click here, and I'm going to get my hero back and teleported to me. There we go. And on we go, we're going to destroy this.
Protect those targeting cogitators. The turrets could go haywire if a cogitator is destroyed.
Why, thank you for telling us that. We shall destroy this cogitator then. Now, flamers on this level are quite useful. They're not very good against these buildings, but against garrisoned infantry they are really handy. Unfortunately, it's going to take a long time to take down each of these cogitators, because at the moment we don't have much firepower. That's all going to change.
The enemy is destroying a key structure.
Gonna wade in here. There we go. Keep going. Kill, kill, kill. Kill, main, burn. At the moment we're fighting very, very weak hordes. But more numbers don't do you any good against flamers and Space Marines in general. Especially not Space Marines that regenerate. In a second or two we're going to be getting hold of... We're going to be seeing the Baneblade again. The Baneblade is a super massive tank. A super heavy tank, kind of similar to the ones the Germans were trying to build at the end of the Second World War. You know, in excess of 100 tons. Okay, and in a second we're going to have to start running because it's going to turn up, and that's bad news. Oh, killed him. Oh, only hit him with a grenade. That's not very nice, is it? Oh, I guess our sniper was taking out those, as he's supposed to be doing. Oh, the Armadillos finally fell. Not invulnerable after all. So we're going to fall back quickly here. Yep, they do. We are going to take out... You've also lost the whole requisition system that was present in the first two parts of the game, first two sections. You don't have these little pickups that you have to collect in order to gain equipment. That's now all handled via energy,
Guns is under enemy attack.
which is kind of nice. We're going to sort out. We're going to bypass here and then sneak back in a sec. Okay, there we go. Come through here. I'm going to stealth Cyrus in a sec because, well, you'll see why.
Ah, found ya. Demolish our cannon. Open fire!
Don't know who he's firing at. Don't really care either.
Yes, Commander. Deploying.
The enemy has destroyed one of our sentry guns.
Ah. Whoops, daisy, they've got grenade launchers. That'd be why.
Weapons at the ready.
Waiting for our repositioning.
The foe is in rest not. There are still targets to engage.
There we go. Let's take on these guys. Those hotshot laser guns are pretty powerful. Pretty much keep this guy invulnerable, I think, if you just keep using his abilities. You can spam them. Ooh, mastercrafted heavy bolter. That's nice. There we go. They're all down. Let's capture this requisition point. Tank is still trundling around there. Doing something. Don't quite know what he's doing. But it's something.
Strategic point captured.
You see, it's got quite a bit of health there. So we're going to come back down with our main man. Let's summon in some tactical marines. Really need devastators. I suppose we could call them in though. Wait for him to start cycling back here because he's just doing a round targeting here. The tactical marines come in. Oh, and they are going to our force commander. That would have been pretty bad. Okay, you quickly. See if we can revive. Oh, back away from there.
Getting them that do not fall, brothers.
Oops, and they've run back the wrong way. Never mind. We'll have to... Luckily that thing doesn't seem to want to follow us. But now we're going to have to make our way through. Oh, there he goes. Off he trundles. Into his new position.
The enemy is destroying a key structure.
Okay, you guys... go for it.
The enemy destroys our holdings.
Yes, I know he does. Pretty waterfall there. We're going to stealth Cyrus as he runs through. And Archimedes, we might have to use our charge to get through here. We'll have a look. That tank seems quite unconcerned with him. Oh, well programmed, Relic. Well programmed. Right, there we go. How to completely bypass a fast battle tank. I'm being a little lackadaisical in my approach here because, well, there's no real threat of death. Grenade launchers, pestilential but not devastating. go. Notice that those attacks hit even if he's miles away. And that AoE heal that he's got going on there is pretty imber. There we go. So I'm just going to wait up here for a sec. Shame you can't get through those trees, that would cut out a lot of this mission. Right, now we've got to run across here. Tactical Marine squad there, being kind of awesome. There's our battle tank coming through again. Want to get out of range of that thing though, because it's quite deadly if you let it get too close. Okay, squad, what are you? Squad 5 into cover. 2, 4, 3. 3M. Use your power to get that trooper back. See that flamer's doing work there. Grenade. Oh dear, we weren't paying attention to Cyrus there. That's okay. And you see that all that requisition I had from losing that that tactical squad was refunded to me. So I've lost absolutely nothing. It doesn't matter if troops fall over dead because, hey, I can just resurrect them. Summon in some Space Marines. Yeah. So summon 2 squads of Tactical Marines. Yep. There we go. So add some more firepower, do a double tack. Unstealth Cyrus. Right. Next target. Good shot, sir. We are going to use our plasma shot to take that down. There's grenades there. And then we're going to run in a sec. Well, it would do if he didn't cock it up.
A battle brother has fallen. Do not let his sacrifice be in vain.
We lost 1 tactical marine there. Yeah. Later on you can equip tactical marines with all sorts of other weapons, which is kind of cool. Got to set them too. I'm going to assign those both to group 5.
The enemy has targeted one of our turrets.
So we took over some turrets somewhere. I don't know where they are. Up there. There we go. Again, make short work of them. Let's see, can Cyrus see that sentinel that was over there? Yes, he can. Now, snipers are actually pretty useful against sentinels. They can do a reasonable amount of damage. That's a target begging to be shot by plasma. With that, we're going to set him behind cover as well.
Fortifications are under assault.
Needs more energy. How much is it for a sniper shot then? 70. Okay. Do. Weird little sentinels there. The ATST of the all-terrain scout transport of the Warhammer 40,000 world. He's just going to stand there while I shoot him. Yeah, I'm fine with that. That's what he wants to do. One more. There it goes. Right, now we're going to cross over here.
One of our tarantula sentry guns is under enemy attack.
So here it comes again. That big old beam blade. That's a stomp. It's going to give one of our troops. Ouch. Give them their Kraken bolts. Get them to target this. Kraken bolts is one of the abilities that they have that deals extra damage to heavy infantry. There you go.
The enemy is destroying a key structure. Combat deployment complete.
There you go. We've got our troops back. You summon in some more scouts. I think we're good without it. Let's go with some more tactical marines for now. Okay. Ask you to stop shooting at those buildings. Really? Which fortifications? I don't know which fortifications you're talking about, sir. Keep pushing up. Why isn't the flamer firing? Because Martellus is being a noob. By the looks of it. Still nobody can die soon because this building... Did we really? They finally took down one of those tarantulas, did they? Martellus, you... Okay. Come out and actually attack that building with your flamer. There you go. That's better. Right.
The enemy has targeted one of our turrets.
What are they hitting? Oh, those missiles are terrible. Right, let's have a look. What are we dealing with here then? Let's send Armilies in against that. You against that. You can stay there. Stay there. You guys can hang out that way. Lock down those grenade launchers if we can. Oh! That was a nice grenade by the enemy. We'll get him back up on his feet.
One of our tarantula sentry guns is under enemy attack.
There we go. And everybody's dead. They're dead, okay? They're all dead. We lost a unit of attack marines, but again, life is cheap. How many tactical marines I'll lose throughout this game? Ooh, that looks scary, doesn't it? If only they would look over the edge and see these space marines coming. Oh, guys, sucks to be you guys, doesn't it? Plasma destruction. Glad that's on my side. Throwing off big old bolts of plasma energy there. Gibbs for the Gib God. Let's keep on moving. Actually, we're gonna... Oh, he's already triggered it. That's kind of bad. Oh, yeah, that's it. Do a little donut. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, if they were better targeters, they'd be really dangerous. Oh no!
What do you mean we can't pursue any further? We
Steps.
can't let them get away. They can't escape.
The immortal enemy of the battle tank. Oh. Dump a tarantula there. Good measure. Can you throw a grenade yet? No, not quite. Can do now. There we go. Yeah, it's starting to get a little bit of the Retribution rust off. You do get a little bit rusty if you don't play these games for a while. There we go. Capture this building up here. There we go. Let's capture this. Oh, Imperial Guardsmen. Cannon fodder. That's pretty cool. Let's get some... What are we going to need? I still think we're facing a lot of just blobs of infantry, so having extra foot troops will be good. Just give us more guns, essentially. Yeah, there's Cyrus. Stop being shot at. Okay.
I hear you. Go ahead. Traitors! Brother, I am hit! Waiting for orders. Taking cover. Understood. We have us held down. A waste of mankind.
I'll sort you guys out in a sec.
The foe is engaging at range.
How many hit points they got left? 175? Nobody else actually hit them? And if you can kill two with one shot. No. Then there was one. Oh, who are you shooting at? Ah, Plague Marines. We're going to activate our Kraken bolts. Let's try and deal with these guys. Wow, they took Darmodies down quick, didn't they? There we go. I was quite surprised with how quickly they took down Darmodies, actually. Well, we shall revive him. Can you kill that guy, please, Cyrus? You didn't just leave him there. Oh, is he really that far out of lines of sight? Okay. We've got some more troops there. There's a las cannon. Maybe somebody got a lucky hit on him with a las cannon. That would explain it, I suppose.
What word on my way?
Whoa! That guy can use any of his nasty abilities. And everybody, take on the Sentinel. There we go. And another one bites the dust. Out we go, guys. And then let's clear up here. Just doing this so I can get the extra XP, because you do need to get a few levels in this game. Let's keep moving forward. Again, let's get our flamer into position. There we go. Look at that flamer do work there. Burn them out beautifully. That's it. Good old Martellus and that flamer. And they're all dead. Okay, now. Could go over this bridge, but that's a disaster waiting to happen. So we're going to go over this bridge. And let's just send our tax back to get their men back.
Space Marine Squad deployed. Advance.
We're going to have our tax there. 2, 3, 4. And Darmody's in the middle. Whack! Chop his legs off.
Orders, they will not escape our holy fire.
Oh, they're not. Oops, missiles coming in. Martellus, could you do something about that building, please? Because otherwise it's going to take Darmody's a month of Sundays. That's it. There we go, guys. Okay, come south. Come down here. That missile launcher is kind of deadly.
Target sighted.
I fear nothing, for I am fear incarnate.
Waiting for orders. Do not waste what the Emperor provides.
The nice thing about this position is that he's actually having a hard time targeting us because he's lower down than we are. Ouch! Look at. Sorry, dude, that looks so painful. That's a plasma gun. Good, good, good. Now we're going to come up this way, take this fellow out.
There they are! This is it, you maggots! We'll bury you here!
Yeah, I don't think so. You'd like to think you're going to bury us here, but you won't. Yeah, pretty obvious what we have to do. First thing is to fall back to this plasma destructor because it will annihilate our troops as well. There we go. We don't want it to do that. Are you going to fall back? No, you're just going to stand there and be blown up. Okay, that's...
One of our tarantula sentry guns is under enemy attack.
Do not fall, brothers.
Kill him before he fires again.
Claimed one of our battle brothers.
You guys, fall back. What is going on with you? There we go. Let's just recover some health before we go into the next section. Now, health regeneration does seem to occur at a slightly slower pace than it did in the other games, which does lead to a little bit more downtime. I've got to peg it up here. Past the Baneblade's periodic attacks.
Departing now.
Let's see, can we sneak up there? See the lay of the land. 2 infantry regiments. Oh, we've got quite a bit up there actually. He changed to a las cannon for some reason. That's bizarre. Not complaining, but it is bizarre.
Orders.
Okay.
I am on the way.
Darmodies take on the melee. I'll have to wait for you to see where they're going to be. Keep going. Throw grenades in there. 5. Move out the way. Use your healing ability. Darmodies using his war cry kind of like ability. And there we go. Let's take out that las cannon before he can take anybody out. Because he does actually do a nasty chunk of damage if he hits anybody. Let's do this slow, painful kill of the targeting cogitator. Couldn't speak then. What are you firing at, dude? Uh-oh. Bye-bye.
I believe this is it, Captain. I will need a day to examine the relic and determine its usage.
The sooner we can pursue this farce, the better.
Farce, Captain.
Do not doubt this. At the Inquisition's behest, we are engaged in a mutiny most foul against the chapter's leadership. The Inquisition has placed the Blood Ravens at the brink of oblivion, and it is for that reason alone we do this. We will search for evidence that will damn Quiarcus. Or perhaps redeem him.
Redeem him? You still believe there's innocence to be found?
I doubt we will find much of anything. Knowledge is power to us Blood Ravens, and we guard it very well.
There you go.
Victory is but a prelude to the next battle.
So, what did we get this time? Melter Bomb pack. We got 2 heavy bolters and a mastercrafted plasma gun. That's not much use to anybody. I wonder what chapter rewards we get. Got a very nice picture of a green forest here that doesn't seem to be showing up on the recording, interestingly enough. Don't know why it does that. Strange. There we go. So, I think we're going to grab the flamer for our tactical marines, only because that will allow us to unlock missile launchers and then plasma guns. You see this sort of progression here.
Active, Captain. We may leave Typhon at any time. We must locate further teleportariums in order to reach more planets.
So, Darmodies leveled up. Let's see what do we give him. Yeah, we're going to work towards Emperor's Strength because that makes him basically immortal. You could give him Melter Bombs, Martellus. Yeah, we're going to go with the Omnissiah's Fortitude. Got some cool abilities later on. Inspiring, which is nice. Tank Hunter. Okay, and let's give the Ancient Look. Advance. Take that, Unshakable. Immune to most forms of knockback. That's kind of handy. We'll give him this Mastercrafted Plasma Gun. Ba-dum. He can now wear that armor, which is kind of useful. so could Martellus. We'll give it to Martellus purely because, well, he's the one who fell over most last game. And poor Cyrus. We'll give him instant revival. There we go. He hasn't really had anything, has he? No war gear to use. We'll sell that. There we go. Get some XP. No war gear to use, no nothing. Getting a little left behind, perhaps. Okay, well, that is that for episode 1. Hope you've enjoyed what you've seen. It's a fun game, even though I've been ragging on it a little bit. The startup is very, very slow, though. The first few missions where they're constantly telling you how to do things, even though there's a tutorial. If you're making Dawn of War 3 Relic and you're listening to this, please keep the tutorial separate from the main campaign. It really, really makes replaying the game hard. Anyway, if you've got any comments or you want to contact me, do so via either the comment section of the video below or social media under Quiarcus. Like, subscribe, all of that fun stuff, and I shall see you again next time. Bye bye for now.